Little excitement right there. Again, this belongs to me. And I hope that you are noticing how intense he is now. That it has changed the rhythm. I mean, the toy has a lot to noise. But he was the one that right away turned in a different way. So his eyes became huge. He was uber alert. But I had to do that to say, I have to claim my environment first. I'm not gonna just like, here, play with it.
That might have been what I did wrong. And then give it back. You wouldn't give it back.
Good luck.
So I'll drop it. Same as the food. Again, you saw me with something else. Now you're seeing me with the real thing. Look at the eye contact that he's giving me.
Great.
He knows what I want. Smelling is good, but see how he's living in there.
Wow.
And so what I want, again, if you see the drawing and we can talk at the end, the drawing about the Yusu and A, those we can go over, but if you saw those circles on the piece of paper, what that means is those are brains. And what I'm doing is, if you split the brain in half, then you're talking to the animal side of the brain, or the thinking side of the brain, common sense of the brain, or domesticated. So what I'm doing right now, what I'm saying to him is, don't use your animals with me. Don't use your instincts. Use your dog. Use your domesticated brain. And he's thinking. He's saying, what do you want me to do? Well, just that. Just don't touch it. And this is where you need to avoid talking. Because as soon as you talk, they can create the opposite thing that you want. So here, he is... so here, it's not that I'm afraid of it. I'm watching him. I'm watching his face. I'm watching his body, and then that gives me an idea of like what he's about to do next, right? So here, there you go. That's part of the process. The brain has to relax. You saw how intense he was, and then so what I'm saying is relax, relax. But here, this is where you need to watch out, because here, the eye contact could be two things. The eye contact could be like, I trust you, or F you. And then that's when the bite happens. So, and again, if he's gonna bite me, but I'm not worried about that right now until it happens. So, this is where you have something like this. If you don't want to do that, you can just block right there so you don't put your hand and you take it away. And so you're going to do that, but it's you that you need to trust yourself. So I also say, well, wear gloves as well, because that if he nips, then you have a chance. He's not going to get you as hard, or maybe, but the first thing you got to do is claim your space, claim your environment. And that's exactly what I did. I started in the crate. See, this is not going easy just because I started this work. I started my work as soon as I touched that crate. And then it happens to be on and on and on. So right now, before I get to the big thing, I take my time, I do my job, and then when I get to it, this is what happens. So, and then the rest, it has to be that I need to continue doing this, where he needs to see, before you do something like sh or hey or any commands, you have to do the touch. You have to do the respect to me or claiming. But again, right here, when you have a dog like that, and then if you want, I mean, we're going to practice with your other dog, but this stare right here could mean two things again. F you or I trust you. I mean, obviously right now he is okay, but you can never trust this anyway. You can never trust that. So just because of the tail. Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
That because he's like, this is my toy, this is me. All I want this. Just give it to me. When you say to the dog, no thank you. I just put it in a stop and said, you don't act this way in my house, in front of my dogs. And then he's gonna say, well crap, I don't know what to do. I mean, all this time I've been fighting with the other dog, or this time I've been doing my way or doing whatever the thing is. So they have to go to a process. They need to understand that I don't care about what you did before. I care what you're doing right now, and I'm gonna care what you do in the future. So here, he's avoiding, and he's paying attention to what I'm doing, and the tail is there. That's just a marker for you to know that he's a confident guy, but even confident guys, they don't know what to do at times. So this is where you need to keep yourself safe. And so see that quietness right there? Mm-hmm. This is where you need to watch out. If it's quiet, you better be kind of ready, because that quietness could be an explosion. Mm-hmm. Right? But again, if you are coming to work like this and you're like crazy inside, mm-hmm. you're gonna get a piece. So if you do this, I'll suggest teamwork, but you do have to tackle it. You have to start somewhere, and you have to claim with both of your dogs. You need to say, mine, everything is mine. Like, just be an animal. And then, so see that quietness right there? Again, so if you watch right now that quietness, if I move, then I'm gonna move, and when he gets quiet, I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna stand my grounds. I'm gonna say, go through the process. Don't overthink it. Just relax. Because what happens is, if you move, as long as he's breathing, there you go. Nice. That's a good sign. Good sign that he wants to be with me. He is understanding what I want. So he has been respectful right there. He moved, he forgets about the toy, and he's saying, I know, I am in a pecking order. He's saying, I'm following you, right? So here, again, so if you see me move, and he is doing this, a lot of movement with his mouth, then that's good. See, notice his face right here is like more curious, more like relaxed. Mm-hmm. That's what you want. But if he gets like quiet and intense, mm-hmm. so then don't move a lot. Move, and then allow him to think, right? Because a lot of the times, again, we move like, and then they get like, stop moving, oh my God. So then you move, and you allow him to relax. See how like he doesn't know what to do when I'm behind? Of course, he's a macho man. He wants to know, he wants to be in control. But what I'm teaching right here is that don't worry about it. I can be in front of you or behind you or around, anywhere around you, and you need to trust the environment. If he doesn't trust me, they would let him know. Don't trust, right? And so I want quietness. I want